Okay, we are here with Jessica Allen, and we are going over some details of seller financing. And in the document below, you're going to find a bunch of questions with the links next to it that answer those questions. And so here we go. The first question is, what is seller financing?
Seller financing is when the owner of a piece of property sells their property to a buyer but does not make the buyer go and get a bank loan in order to take ownership of the property.
Great. So how does seller financing work?
There's a lot of different types. There's something called lease option, rent to own, regular straight owner financing, where the seller owns it free and clear, or a wraparound mortgage.
So can you tell me, we're going to go into detail on the different types of seller financing transactions, but kind of in a nutshell, can you tell me how seller financing might work, let's just say on a property that's free and clear?
On a property that's free and clear, the closing is going to look identical to a traditional closing, and the seller gives the deed to the buyer, and the buyer gives the seller a note for however much the seller financing amount is for, a $150,000 loan, and a deed of trust is created.
Perfect. So how would seller financing work if there was no equity on the property?
If there was no equity on the property, seller financing, the way there's no equities, there's an existing mortgage in place, and that's a wraparound mortgage transaction. And seller financing, the same thing happens. A deed is transferred over to the buyer in a wraparound mortgage. A deed of trust is created, and a note is created. And the difference is all of the documents actually reference the underlying loan that's in place. So the transaction happens almost identical.